Hey up troops, A Littleton here again with another video, and it's time to look at the mid-season roadmap for Year 9 Season 1 to see what's coming in Year 9 Season 2, to see if anything's been pushed back even further perhaps, or anything even been brought forward. I haven't seen this yet either, so I'm going to be looking at this at the same time as you. Let's just get stuck into it all in one take. Let's have a look. So, I've loaded this. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to look at this for the first time. I do sort of know what's coming because I don't think much has changed, but some things I think are coming sooner than we thought. So, Rainbow Six Siege is a live game. That's good to know. Right, anyway, enough of that. Year 9. So, Deadly Omen, this is where we are now. So, we had Deimos release. This is really nice the way they've done this, by the way. Let's just hide all that a second. So, Deimos released with major features, the new shield rework, the attachments upgrade, which I think has been a great change, by the way. I think that's really slowed the game down. The 1.5 removal from the game has really slowed it down. I really like it. Anyway, we know what's happened this season, right? Let's get into Year 9 Season 2. So Operator Year 9 Season 2 is the Recruit Remaster. For those of you who don't know, the Recruit Remaster is going to be bringing... sorry, I was just making sure I was recording there. I felt like I didn't press record. I did, don't worry. Recruit Remaster is bringing 2 new operators to Year 9 Season 2. And it's going to be what we... and this is only rumoured, I believe, is a potential female recruit and a potential male recruit. One's going to be a defender, one's going to be an attacker. I'm really interested to see how they're going to do this because, as you probably know, if you played Recruit at the moment, Recruit is actually a pretty decent operator. You can get a shield, C4, SMG11, MP5, like he's not a bad operator. And the same on attack, you can have frags and many other secondary, frags and hard breaches, I think you can have on attack. I haven't played Recruit for a while, but it's basically you can have sort of every bit of utility. It doesn't have any unique utility in terms of like you don't have an exothermic charge, or you don't have a Selma charge, or you don't have a Iona clone, etc., etc. But you can have multiple secondary gadgets, which is pretty strong. Like being able to have a deployable shield and a C4 is decent. So it's going to be interesting to see how those 2 recruits are brought into the game. Like I say, apparently 1 defender, 1 attacker, we're presuming. Complete revamp of recruit, attacker, and defender. There it is, actually. We're not presuming anything. It's right there. With a fresh look, playable in the ranked playlist. So, interesting mod. I believe that, are they from the R6 Mobile? The models from R6 Mobile, perhaps. But anyway, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be new. For the first time in a while, 2 new operators in the same season. We haven't had that for a while. So, let me just escape that. Back to Year 9. Here we are. So, Recruit Remaster. Major features. The Siege Marketplace launch. Siege Marketplace is going live for everybody in Year 9 Season 2. I've been lucky enough to have access to the beta, and I've bought some good skins from it. I know people who are selling off their older skins that they no longer use, no longer want, and they're going to be buying the Battle Pass with it going forward, or other bundles that they see in the store. So I know somebody who wanted the Rick and Morty Ace bundle. He went onto the marketplace, sold some of his old Black Eye skins that he didn't want anymore, and then got the Rick and Morty bundle going forward. Maps in standard playlist. Introduction of a new maps filter in the standard playlist. This is big. I don't want to play, and this is just me, right? I play Siege for a competitive experience. I'm pretty sad, really. I just like being up against other people, challenging myself at all times. I don't really enjoy, personally speaking, the casual side of Siege. Excuse me, I'm not very well at the minute. I'm just not a big casual gamer. If I'm playing a game, I want it to be competitive and I want it to mean something, and then winning means something to me. If you don't get anything for winning, I just don't. It's really sad. I'm just ultra competitive. I don't have much of an interest in playing things that don't have an outcome, don't have a result, if you know what I mean, i.e. ranked. So being able to do this is massive. So being able to go into the map filter casual. I'm not sure what the map filter means here by casual, because this screenshot shows casual as Chalet, Oregon, Bank, Nighthaven, and Border. But we know that they're all ranked maps. So I'm not quite sure what that means, but there's obviously going to be 3 options. Casual, something else, and that will include different maps. But it's going to be pretty good. And tell you what it is good for as well. It's good for new players because trying to learn... Sorry, I'm sorry about this. I'm going to have to... Oh, I've got to wipe the nose. I'm sorry. I tried to hide it. I tried to do a little wipe. I tried to sort of have a little sniffle, get away with it. I'm sorry. We've had to go in for the tissue. I'm not very well. Give me a break. It's going to be good for new players because what is really tough in Siege is trying to learn 15 maps or whatever it is in the rank playlist now. trying to learn all those maps in one go. You play one map once one night, you're probably never going to play that map again for the rest of the night, generally speaking. So it's a nightmare to try and learn things because you only get to play the same map every few times. So yeah, that's going to be a big change. Marketplace, map filters, player protection. Steam improved ban enforcement. Now, this is interesting for PC players. Initial phase of implementing a new security measure to enhance ban enforcement on Steam. Now, that to me sounds like, and this is obviously only a hearsay and my thoughts, is that it might mean VAC bans. And a VAC ban is if you are banned on Siege, it would mean the whole Steam account is banned from playing Siege. So what you can do at the moment, you have a Steam account and a Uplay account. What you can do at the moment is log into Steam, or you could log into Uplay in different accounts. But then if that one Steam account is banned, you can't play Siege on Steam. You would have to make a new Uplay account. So I'm guessing it's that. I don't know if there's any more. Is there an anti-cheat built within Steam? I don't really know, to be honest with you. But whatever we can add to try and stop cheaters ruining the experience for good folk like me and you, then I'm all for it. And it must be a pretty big deal to mention it in the roadmap. Like, it must be, whatever it is, it's something pretty hefty. It must be. Next, we've got balancing. Now, this, I think we'll come into detail on this in another tab that I've got open, but we've got a fenrir update, adjustments to the fenrir to improve the balance between attacks and defenders, rebalancing of operator solis part 1. I'm not sure why that rebalances between attacker and defenders and doesn't say the same thing for solis. We'll come on to those in a minute. Training onboarding, tentative. So that means, so you can see committed. All these things are definitely happening in Year 9 Season 2. Tentative at the minute is map training playlist, the endless drill mode. So what this is at the moment is the drill mode is what sort of replaced terrorist hunts. I know people weren't happy with that because they love T-hunts. I get it's a bit nostalgic, but T-hunt was a little bit dated. And from what I'm led to believe, T-hunt took up like a massive amount of resources in the game for something so basic. Because it was old. It was, 8 years old when it finally got removed. Having T-hunt in the game, say the Siege has got a capability of like 100% of, I don't know what you want to call it, data. So like T-hunt took up like, I'm making these numbers up, T-hunt took up like 15-20% of the amount of data you can store within Siege. Look, I'm not a tech guy, I'm trying to explain what I believe. I think, am I getting that across okay? Like, having T-hunt in the game took up so many resources, that's what we want. Took up so many resources within the game. Removing it and adding drill mode, which is a more modern version of T-hunt, probably takes up, well, I just know it takes up much less space, much less resource within the game, allowing more resource for other things to happen within the game. So that's why T-hunt was removed. It was just an old system. Granted, you could probably redo it and make it a more modern T-hunt, but essentially people use T-hunt to warm up, right? And that's what you can do in drill mode. But however, now, before drill mode was, you went to each room of the map, killed a couple of dummies, and that was drill mode over. Now, drill mode is endless, so you can just practice warming up the whole time, which is really, really good. What does need to change on drill mode, though, is this thing in the corner of the screen. Can I make this big? Yeah, this thing in the corner of the screen. That needs to disappear, man, or that needs to be made smaller. Like, we don't, or you should have the option to turn that off. I get why it's there, because it's showing newer players that this is the room you want to be in. Like, this is what it looks like, and this is what you need to do. Eliminate 2 targets here and there. But for players who just want to use this to warm up, this should be, like, collapsible. You should be able to hide this and just walk around the map shooting dummies. Map training playlist, additional maps. Adding more maps to the map training playlist. Can't go wrong, can you? Good for new players who are going to be able to learn more maps. There's not much to say there. Just the more we can add to that, the better. Versus AI, additional ops and maps. I tell you what, I set a challenge out to you right now. If anyone can prove to me that you've solo queued against the most difficult difficulty on the AI playlist and you've won the game, I'll give you something. I don't know what I'll give you. I've got codes for, like, I can give you a code for a skin or some credits. I've got codes somewhere. I've tried it a few times, man. The most difficult version of the AI playlist is tough. Like, I've really struggled against this. But to add more maps, and at the minute, like, you can only play like 8 or 10 operators, so to be able to add more operators is going to be brilliant. Obviously, the more maps, no reason not to like it. It's a really good way of playing the game to warm up when you're just trying to kill time. The only thing is, what can be a little bit frustrating is when you're on attack, the AI defenders need to set the sight up. So there's like still a full 45-second prep phase, which you can can be a little bit frustrating at times. But I get why it's there. I'm going to have to cough, I'm sorry. Bear with me. So they're the changes coming in Year 9 Season 2. Then we've got all the changes for Year 9 Season 3 and 4 here as well. You know, the operator going to be from Greece. Doesn't say any other information. The major features coming at the Siege Cup. How buzzing are we for that? I certainly am. I can't wait for that, man. The only thing I'm apprehensive about the Siege Cup is that it's going to be ruined by cheaters. But I'm hoping that it's not going to be. The badges in the career, that's going to be really cool. So you can like have stats for how many kills you've got as an operator. Different little challenges for operators is going to be really cool. Shooting range access during matchmaking, that's going to be insane. Like trying to warm up using the balloons in the shooting range, using that as you're queuing for a match, it'd be unreal. And then versus AI 2.0, you're going to be able to play as a defender in the AI playlist. Anyway, what's coming? Balancing the Solis update and the Dockery update in Season 3. That's pretty cool. I actually can't remember all of these. That's going to be cool as well, the new after action screen. Custom 1v1 preset coming in Year 9 Season 3. Okay. Deployable gadget visualization. Oh, this is the, like when you're jumping with a drone and stuff, isn't it? Drone jump pre-visualization as well. Yeah, deployable gadget pre-visualization. Isn't that already there? Or new trajectory. Okay, whatever. So, let's get on to the nerfs. If I press Control and Tab, we get onto this. So, the Year 9 Season 1 mid-season roadmap update. So, this is what we've just looked at, and this is a bit of detail behind everything we've just looked at. Since it's beta launch, this is the marketplace, confirmed. Since the beta launch, been engaging in marketplace, it's coming for everyone in Year 9 Season 2. I don't need to talk about that. Hang on a minute. The Steam, information on the Steam ban. We're doubling down our efforts to address cheating in Siege, and Season 2 will be focusing on the first iteration of an improved ban enforcement measure on Steam, making it more difficult for cheaters to return to the game once banned. This will be a new addition to our anti-cheat ecosystem. We are breaking down the features of several iterations with the first part of Season 2. Doesn't really tell us anything there, does it? But that is interesting. That bit there. Making it more difficult for cheaters to return to the game once banned. Oh, my phone's going. Hang on a minute. I'll come to that in a second. So that's going to be interesting. Fenrir and Solis update. Operator balancing is crucial to maintaining competitiveness. It proves that we've focused on defending Fenrir and Solis. I was hoping it'd give us like a bit of information on what the updates are. New training map playlist. Training map playlist. Interesting. Map filters in standard playlist. Reputation system, we know. After action. Wait. Oh, that's Year 9 Season 3. Okay. Year 9 Season 4, Year 9 Season 2. Okay, cool. So everything we looked at there is, there's some things on this that are coming in Year Season 3 and 4. But just for Season 2 are the things we've already seen. Right, there we have it. The Fenrir and Solis nerf is going to be huge and is going to balance the game again. I'm going to have to go and end the video now because my other half's ringing me. The kids are in the bath. That sounds like she probably needs me for something. Year 9 Season 2 is shaping up to be a banger. If Year Season 1 has anything to go by, it's going to be banging. But anyway, let's get into Season 2. The phone's ringing again. I'm going to have to go. She needs me. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting involved with the channel. I'll see you next time. Cheers.